Joe. This was you right. Joe. This was you. And that's Joe. 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 This was you already know. Yeah. Yo. Yo. What up, everybody? What's good? We in the fucking building. It's the Jones Hour, man. We late, 7 o'clock. Not really, but just know we always want to bring it to you every Monday. Fashionably. You know what I'm saying? And as far as is it late? Fashion. Are we really late or are we right on time? You know what I'm saying?
Depends what dimension you're looking at.
Yeah, we was on time. But to the right of me, without further ado, it's good you already know.
Kush_talk_radio, man. Who this? The original to the left of me, man.
Joe. 2 times.
Joe. We gonna die. And yo,
the one and only. And Acid in the building.
That's
how you doing, guys?
The year is like it's like your version of
Marvelous on the check-in early.
Fusion.
Baby girl T on the check-in early.
What
up? So how everybody week been going, man? Wait, hold on. Let me do the proper introduction, man. We live every Monday night. Usually 7-ish, maybe 7:15-ish, maybe 7:23-ish. But you can catch us at on IG or YouTube on that. And if you missed the live, you can always play it back on your car ride, going to work, coming home, bored at work on your lunch break. Bang, pop it in Spotify, Google, Amazon, Apple, and iHeartRadio.
What's the number you can get us at, man?
Right now, call us up 347-586-1676. It's live with that. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all know it, man. We pin it.
Yeah,
pin
man.
it to win it.
Yeah, man. Speaking of the pennant, there's a chase for the pennant. As we get into baseball, man. Let's get into this week in sports.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
Spurts.
You know, let's get right through it. I feel biased that every week I want to start with the Yankees. So we can start with the Metropolitans. I mean, it's a Subway Series right now.
It is.
So
it is. Subway Series, which I think both teams kind of need. What up, y'all? Both teams kind of need, but I think the Yankees been slumping more, or been in more of a slump.
No. I mean, we're talking about both teams in retrospect.
I guess so.
Go
ahead. Go ahead. Let it out. Yeah,
I call it spade to spade. You know what I'm saying?
I just felt the hate. You know what I'm saying?
No, I said both teams.
Appreciate the love.
They're playing each other. You know, it's one of these beautiful days in New York. They're playing each other. You know, just saying, bro. I just think the Yankees need to win a little bit more, even though both teams need it. Even both, you know what I mean? Like, we didn't take what we wanted out that Atlanta series. You know, that we wanted to.
Yeah.
Philly, we split it with them. You know what I mean? We should have took that. That didn't happen. And now what? Looking at it here.
What's the score?
No, well, not the score, but Rays is 4.5. You know what I mean? We got 4 games. So yeah, we need these wins. You know what I mean?
That's a goddamn bullet.
However, Yankees, and we flip to the American League. You know what I mean?
Yeah, now we you know it's crazy, guys.
No, I was just gonna say, like, y'all split your lead in half in a month.
Yeah, because
y'all was up like 14.
Yeah,
15. Was y'all not like a month and a half ago? I think so, man.
Yeah.
Not a word, man. But yeah, bro. That's a fact. Y'all got divided in half.
Yeah, my bad to to fuck up that flow for us.
No, it's all good.
No, but yeah, now you're right. But the thing was, is like that's what I was getting to. We was 52-18 in our first 70 games.
Yeah,
crazy. Like
crazy.
historic shit.
We're talking.
You feel what I'm saying? And then we get back into the flow, and now that we've kind of like come down to earth, we still got like a 10-11 game cushion on Toronto and Tampa.
Right now?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 8
to both of them.
8 games. So I mean,
to the both of them, they both tied pretty much. No, not pretty much. They both tied.
Yeah.
65-55. Rays, Jays.
Mm-hmm.
Jays, Rays.
Yeah. So they on our heels. They would be. They would definitely be 2 teams in the
and Baltimore's 10.5.
As what? No, them 2 would be definitely
That's it.
Wild card teams if it ended right now.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like, all I was just trying to point out was that in this series, like I think you guys need this game more because, especially with the New York media, like y'all really don't want to go through this coming out this series, you know, theoretically getting swept. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and not because in retrospect, it is just 2 games, even though y'all need it.
Mm-hmm.
It is just 2 games, but it'll just be more. You know what I mean? Because of where you guys are right now. Right. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You guys been slumping. I mean,
not yet. We can. We could barely score more than 3 runs. Bullpen has, you know, kind of got normal. I think the Montgomery trade was big, in the sense that he was a starter. You know, we lost a starter, and since he's been in, he was traded to St. Louis, I believe, and since he's been over there, he's been doing his thing. You know, so it was probably something we should have held on to him. That was a bad move. But you know, this 8-game lead, you know, still gives us another cushion to help us, you know, get back full strength. I think that's what's a big problem with us right now, that we're not full strength. And, you know, the full Yankees lineup that we had in the beginning of the year is not really there right now. You know, Glaber's struggling. Some others struggling. You know, only Judge and Ameyu has been the only somewhat consistent offensive batter that we have in our lineup.
And LeMayu kind of like just got back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He just got back for y'all. I mean, you like what I did there, though? How I flipped it to y'all. Anyway, how I just threw this back to the Yankees.
Yeah, it's all right.
But to the Metsies, man, like...
No, hold on. We're still on the Yankees. Shout out Cole O'Neill.
Oh, God.
Getting his number retired this weekend.
Jesus Christ.
I'm 21 in Monument Park now.
Yo.
He's in the
next player coming up on the Yankees, his number's gonna be like AA. They got no more numbers, bro.
So what?
Just retire everything.
What? Might as well.
Get into the thousands.
There ain't gonna be nothing on the back of the jerseys. No name, no
triple
digits,
digits.
no nothing.
It's gonna be him. Player 151.
Yeah.
No name, no nothing.
No nothing. Nada.
Ain't gonna have nothing.
You just a Yankee.
Yeah.
Boy.
No, nah. We don't talk like that up in these parts.
I was rattling.
He said I was wild.
But you know, around here.
Around here. You know, around here.
Yeah, man.
Yo, Yankee boy.
Was that your Yankees? Or was that
yeah. Now I'm happy. I'm happy that we ended up
on a good note. Congrats to him, man.
Yeah, man.
But
shout out him.
The Mets got the injury bug too, man. Like crazy, bro. Neto, Escobar, I'm looking here, Lucchesi, Carrasco, Tommy Hunter. I mean, that's just bullpen shit. You know what I mean? And I can never say his name, man. The second baseman, Luis
Guillorme?
Thank you. Spaniard.
With the groin injury.
Yeah.
10
days. I mean, he's coming back in a few days, but then you look at it, 60 day up to McGill. You know, he should.
Yo, shout out to Brent Batty, bro.
Yo, well, hold on. Russian. He is. I was gonna say, I think the Mets was watching the Jones Hour and took Jones's advice for the Yankees, and he said, "Oh, where y'all want to do what? You know, we'll call him up first. Called up our third baseman, second prospect. up there for the Mets.
I seen that.
First career at bat, smacked it.
Smacked it. Yeah, no, I seen that. That was a big move.
2 run for yard. He's a yardie.
Yeah.
You know his nickname.
You know, them things, that's wholesome moments, man. Like, I'm not a Mets fan like that.
You don't know his nickname?
But no.
Backflip baby.
Backflip? No. I didn't know that. Yeah, he's not on my radar like that. That's your man's. But shout out to him, you know what I'm saying? It's a good wholesome sports moment when you get that. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, like, I'm still a fan of the game of the sport.
Especially homegrown shit, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So beautiful.
You know, it's you when you realize how much work some of those minor leaguers, you know, put in just for that one time just to play in the major leagues, that one time to come up. You know what I'm saying?
I really enjoy watching them.
And
I'm surprised
that first at bat and they get that and get that home run. You know what I'm saying? That's blessing.
I'm surprised they called him. You know what I mean? From the prospects up, because I heard about him a while ago and I watched some like whatever AA, AAA shit on him because they were saying that we had a high prospect third baseman. So obviously, ding ding, like the next David Wright Butts, you know, hopefully no back end. You know what I'm saying? Like that as a Met fan, that triggers. So you know, look into it a little bit. So, but I was surprised that they called him up now, especially ahead of Alvarez. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
I heard Alvarez's defense is
the issue. Also, Gary Sanchez shit.
And they held him back. Yeah.
He's on Gary. He's like Little Sanchez.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely not his offense. It's his defense.
I'm happy he's not on the team. Gary Sanchez anymore, man. I was rooting for him. I'm not gonna say that I wasn't. I was actually rooting for him the whole time, man, because I really felt that, you know, at any time, like his bat could be something. But
did it?
And that's the other part. Like even at times with that, it just
even
wasn't
now
panning out. Yeah, you know.
Even now, I'm just saying, like,
you know,
he still hasn't really found it.
Yeah. Well, you know, he got his bread though. He got some bread.
Nah, he got his bread.
He got some bread. So.
But yeah, man, the Mets watched the Jones hour. They was like, what? Jones said what?
Yo, Cohen, you're welcome. Yo, Buck, I got you, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Even though he didn't reference it to you, you know what I mean? He said it for the Yankees.
Yeah, you know.
It was good knowledge, though.
Yeah, I'm strategic, baby.
Yeah.
Shit I do.
Call him up.
Shit I do. It's the shit I do. I'm telling you, I could be a GM. Cash me. Watch yourself. To be a new Brian in town, baby.
Baby. To be a new Brian in town, baby.
You know what I'm saying? On me. You know, I'll fill that role for the Yankees real quick. I know exactly what to do.
Well, top second, Yankees up 1-0.
Oh, probably a Judge home run to lead it off.
Let's check.
Probably a Judge home run. He was due.
RBI. LeMayu got an RBI no hit, so it's probably like a sack to Benintendi. He was a leadoff. He scored.
Andrew. He's coming around for us, it looks like. He went yard. His first yard. Shout out to him. He became a yardie too now. In the pinstripes.
He became a yardie too.
Yardie.
Became a yardie.
Yardie.
Yep, and you know, hopefully that wakes up his bat because, you know, he wasn't really there. He's not really a power hitter, but, you know, he does hit for, you know, contact and average and shit like that. He was a 300 hitter.
Yeah, he was.
I think he came from the Royals, right?
Yeah, from the Royals, but I remember him when he was on Boston.
Yeah,
he did his thing when he was on Boston. That's what I remember. Obviously, I don't fucking...
Yeah, so...
fucking hate the Royals.
Yeah.
Stock that Royals.
They smacked y'all.
Yeah.
They smacked y'all.
Yeah.
Let's
I say can't dispute. Yo, what you taking out the Subway Series? You think the Yankees gonna take it?
I mean, I think we owe y'all. I think so. You know what I'm saying? I think this time around.
Well, so you think you guys gonna take the 2 games? 2 games to get out your slump a little bit.
Yeah, we use y'all.
Maybe 3 games in a row for y'all.
Yeah, we use y'all bitch asses to catapult us. You know what I'm saying? Like a solid victory.
I hear that.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
Against a quality team. You know what I'm saying? You feel
I hear none of that.
And
I hear none of that.
Against a quality team.
I stand by where what I said
last week. Best team in New York. Sweep.
Yep.
We got the broom.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna give y'all a little respect. It'll be a split.
It'll be a split.
I see a split. I can see a split.
I don't believe all that.
I can see a split. We went. It was a crazy game yesterday. Like y'all barely won yesterday. We kind of barely won yesterday. If you watched the game yesterday,
10-9.
Yeah, that shit was close. You know what I mean?
And we held on. What was that?
And we held on with 2 runners on, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom of the ninth, Edwin Diaz comes in and gets a save. You know what I mean? So
he gave up a run though.
No. Yeah, but that's that's what I'm saying.
Those were his runners on base right there. But
yeah, man.
You held on, man. You held on.
Yeah,
that game was supposed to be a wash, and you actually pulled out a victory. So you should be happy for the team that you have and the fight that
you should be happy for the team that you have.
I am.
Good.
I am happy.
Good. We're glad you are, and we are as well.
I am happy.
And we'll leave it at that.
I'm more than happy.
I'm way more happy.
Subway Series.
Fuck yeah, man.
Let's do
Straight
it,
up, man. Yankees all day. We taking it.
We'll keep looking up the score.
Yeah, keep looking it up.
I'm gonna keep looking. Keep hitting refresh.
Keep hitting refresh.
I will.
Let's. I just have one question.
Yeah, man.
Danny.
Two. Welcome to the Jones Hour. This is Jones Hour. This is not Jones, but it's Kush speaking.
That's like almost the same thing. You might as well your last name be Jones.
Yo, wow.
Jones.
Kush Jones.
You that West Indian son I never had.
Word. Yeah, 2-2 for that. Mr. Jones was good, man.
What's going on, fellas?
What up, Pops?
You know, man.
What up?
Are you fun? Mr. Acid?
What up?
Yeah.
You know, I hear you talking about our team, and obviously, it's all New York, all day, every day right now.
You ready?
Both teams are playing each other.
Yeah, what up?
But I do and because I saw that they retired Paulie's number yesterday.
Oh my God, bro.
Here we go.
I do have a question to the panel. Of baseball. That group of Yankees from the middle 90s to arguably 2009, the runs that they were on, playoffs and World Series and so on and so forth. Like any great teams, and dare say even a small dynasty with a certain amount of years, there's always Hall of Fame players. Now, obviously, there was Tim Raines and Wade Boggs. Raines played a little bit for the Yankees, but not really that long. By that time, he was a backup outfielder. And Boggs started for the 96 Yankees, but he was eventually taken over by Charlie Hayes, and it was at the end of his career. So those are two players that are in the Hall of Fame. That being said, you have Jeter and Mo that are in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Out of those group of players, is there another player that you believe deserves to be in the Hall of Fame? Because I believe there's one, at least one.
From that core 90s team? Like.
Yeah. And obviously excluding Clemens for two reasons. One is he won with the Yankees, but obviously he didn't set his career with the Yankees. By the time he got to the Yankees, he had already been with Boston and Toronto, and his numbers speak for themselves, regardless of the PED stuff.
Bernie?
So, well, that's why I want to have a conversation with the panel. But I believe Bernie.
I mean, put the whole fucking squad up. Put Chuck Knobloch out there. Put
Knobloch.
I believe Bernie belongs in the Hall of Fame. I think it's that horrible rule that if you don't get at least 5%, they take you off of the voting. And he had only been eligible for a few years. And then there was 1 year, there was a bunch of ball players that were eligible, so he didn't get the votes to remain on the ballot. But that being said, arguably, he had an 8-year span that if you look at the runs, the hits, the home runs, and everything else in a full package in the American League, he was arguably one of the best, if not the best, ball player in the American League at that time. And batted fourth for that team.
Yeah, he's
I don't know if you guys agree, disagree.
I mean, I could also, I would actually also say maybe Posada, man. I was gonna go Posada. I think, He had good catching numbers. I mean, he had a good arm and stealing. I mean, he called a good game. He's a switch hitter. Didn't use batting gloves. You know what I'm saying? On some gangster shit, and was good defensively and was durable. You know what I'm saying? Played a lot of games. You know, didn't really miss that much. I think he has a good resume.
And his offense numbers obviously is what carried him. I even as a Yankee fan, I would not dare to put Posada up with Irod and some of the other catchers. I think his numbers definitely. I don't know if his numbers is enough to get into fame and in the Hall of Fame. I don't know if that was the case. And for all the Met fans in the house, I asked the same thing for the '86 Mets. You know, which of those players in that team you think should be in the Hall of Fame? Well, obviously Carter is already there, but Carter's the only other player that is the only player from that '86 Mets. And let's be honest, if it wasn't because of the issue of drugs and some other stuff that happened to that '86 Mets team, that team should have won another 2, maybe even 3 championships.
Cocaine, baby.
Rick James said cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah, man, that shit. So who y'all think?
Well, does Pettit count?
No, you talking about the Mets.
No, but I didn't answer the Yankees.
No, both of them.
I didn't answer the Yankees.
Yes.
I didn't answer the Yankees, so I'm saying this.
Yeah, Pettit, why not?
Yeah, he won 256 games. You know what I mean? Like 270-something ERA career.
Yeah, he was dominant in the playoffs.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good game.
Nice. And is Dwight in the Hall of Fame? Good?
No. Dwight is in the Hall of Fame, or maybe picking up some rocks by 100.
You know what I'm saying, though?
16th Street, but that's about it.
Nah, I would say Darryl.
Darryl over Dwight?
Hell yeah, man. Because he was crushing then, and then he had to fuck up, and he came back and was crushing again after that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Dwight did that too, and he came back with us too, and he threw that perfect game and shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, he threw a no-hitter.
Yeah, no-hitter. That's what I meant. He threw a no-hitter.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Dwight and Darryl, especially Darryl when we had that fight against the Orioles, and he jumped in the dugout to hit Benitez. I always remember that shit, but Darryl's numbers are not there.
Mm-hmm.
Darryl's numbers are definitely not there. And for the Mets, I think that arguably, I can see Keith Hernandez being in the Hall of Fame. Defensively, he's one of the best defensive first basemen that play. I mean, you could throw the ball practically anywhere in that direction, he was going to catch it. And offensively, he was never a big home run hitter, but his that WAR the runs above average and some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was reading an article. He's one of the best ones during that time period.
No, definitely. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I really thought Keith Hernandez was already in. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's why I didn't answer that. Like, I looked at him right now because I'm looking at the list. Like, I'm gonna go through the list real quick and see the roster. I didn't even say him because that's number 17, baby. I think that's the next step for him, though.
Isn't it like is Seaver in?
Tom Seaver?
Yeah.
Seaver wasn't on 86.
Oh, it wasn't 86.
Yeah, Seaver wasn't on 86.
Mm-hmm.
Seaver was traded for. Seaver was traded for the old young blood, Doug Flynn and Steve Henderson. Because at that time I still was a partial Mets fan, and then they fucking broke my little heart. That was the end of that.
Damn, man.
Damn.
That's a crazy story, man.
So if the Mets ever did that, I could have been Met fans. We could have all been Met fans. You know what I'm saying? But instead,
you see where your lineage stems from, though?
Yeah, from the dark side. My man came through.
He said the dark side.
Feel me, yeah?
He said the dark side. Nah, definitely Keith. I thought he was already in. I changed my answer. No. Number 17.
I still stick with that. That's my man.
Nah,
fuck.
Acid?
I don't know anyone specific. I mean, that's probably the two people that I would say is Darryl.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking here. Did Mookie Wilson really have that? No, right? That good of a career to be Hall of Fame? I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, I'm I'm looking here. Who we got? Lenny Dykstra? Hell no, ain't nobody put him in. Hell no.
You know,
Out of personal shit too.
Racist.
And then when you see a throwback Mets jersey, it's a Darryl Strawberry jersey, it's a Keith Hernandez jersey, or it's a fucking Seaver jersey.
Like Hojo, like nah.
Hammer Johnson.
Nah. I'm just naming them, like, you know, who from the squad.
And then he lost some of his spot also to Ray Knight, but they ended up picking up Ray Knight.
Mm-hmm.
So I think to me it's Bernie. I think Bernie's in there out of anyone else.
Bernie.
And I think there's an argument for Posada.
I got his bobblehead.
But his defensive game wasn't what he needed to be. He had a decent arm. He could definitely, and he didn't call a bad game. But then again, he was dealing with some of the best pitchers in that era.
Mm-hmm.
Pettit, Clemens, Cone, El Duque.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Wells when he wasn't fucking drunk. I mean, you know, he was dealing. He had a staff that any of us could have been a catcher because the staff that you know. Then they got Messina. You know, he didn't have to worry about as far as starting pitches are concerned. And then obviously having Mo coming out of the bullpen, you know, every ninth inning, it can't be that hard to catch him. Mm-hmm. You know. But I just think it's definitely Bernie, and I don't understand that's a rule that baseball has to fix. Because if you didn't get enough in 1 year, now you just you lose your whole eligibility. That doesn't make sense.
So
yeah,
that's a weird rule.
You gotta start a petition or something.
Yeah,
I'm with it. You don't have to tell me shit twice. You know, I organize for a living.
Right.
I'm shit. We'll make and go from there.
I'm with it.
We're gonna fucking throw a coup.
And predictions for these two games?
I pick a Yankee sweep. Early.
I pick split.
And picks a Mets sweep, but for me it's a Yankee sweep.
Yeah, I took a split. I took a split on it.
And are we still high on the all New York World Series?
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
100%.
I just want to know. I just want to know when one of those games are a Monday night and whatever stadium, are you going to televise live from the stadium? Is my question.
Nah, you need playoff money, playoff ticket money. You don't have to be in the nosebleeds.
You got to contact our sponsors and see if.
we got.
I didn't say in the stadium. I said in front of the stadium.
Oh yeah, nah, that ain't gonna work.
That still costs bread. That's transportation.
And parking.
Yeah, we talking about North Queens and the Bronx. That's crazy.
Yeah, act like it's Italy and Australia.
Nah,
that'd be nice too. Matter of fact, can you talk to our sponsors? You know what I'm saying? Bring it all up. Yeah, bring it all up.
All right, gentlemen. I love you.
Yo,
have a good
Jones.
one.
Take care, man.
Love you, man. Be safe, man.
Oh, yo. Hello?
Banged it on you.
So good. So before he called, remember anybody called up 347-586-1676.
Pinned up there.
Right now. It's gonna be on the IG right now. I know we was late for it, but are we really late? I said. Well, we right on time. So I'm trying to tell you.
Perspective, baby. Perspective.
Because this is what we do.
All right, what's next on the plate, guys?
Oh, because I wanted to ask this question. I had brought it up. We was going to transition.
We're talking about basketball, right?
Yeah, it's like, is Danny Ainge and the Jazz on crack? Like, are they on something? You know what I'm saying? Like, we've had so many back and forth talks for Donovan Mitchell.
Does that have to be just crack?
No, it could be anything like meth, maybe a combo.
You don't have to name all the drugs. We get the point.
Well, I just want to be specific.
Heron.
I wanted to be specific. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know if I said that right, but it's all good. And yeah, bro, because now it comes back, we just offered them again, Toppin and Fournier, and I'm mad because I don't really want to get rid of Toppin at all, man. Like I really like this kid's game, but Toppin and Fournier with 5 draft picks, and it's still a no. Like they want RJ Barrett or something. Like it's not happening, bro. Like they're out their mind.
Yeah, we're better at this point. We're better off just waiting.
It's because Donovan Mitchell keeps on cut shit. He's showing up at Rucker Park.
He's teasing, what I'm saying? Bro. Yeah.
He's showing up at like Dykeman and shit, watching the games and whatnot.
Next thing you know, there's gonna be an announcement at a Boys and Girls Club.
He's gonna be at the crossover or something.
That's a LeBron thing.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, we understood.
That's what I said. The crossover.
Yeah, implies that he's not getting.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
we're gonna wait.
I don't even think we should try to get him anyway because I don't think it's gonna work out right.
You better say he's gonna take his talents to South Street Seaport.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He'll be on ESPN.
That would be really funny if he said that.
Yeah. I'm gonna take my talents to South Street Seaport. You're 17.
You were like
Manhattan. Madison Square Garden. Fucking fireworks. Fucking
take the train.
Booty Bata comes out. Bless.
That would be so fire. That would be so fire.
I think Judge just went on.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. You can hit that refresh again if you want.
Hit that refresh.
Yeah, but you see, that's his outfit.
That's his outfit.
Jazz, man, you're bugging. Danny Ainge, you're bugging, man. We should have just took the draft picks when you had the chance. You know what I'm saying?
Who, the Jazz?
Yeah. The better offer.
Here's the,
you know what I'm saying?
But do you know if it's going to be the better? Here's the thing.
No, I'm talking about the better offer of what we was offering earlier.
But I'm saying
we offered like a package with more players and more picks, and you still turned it down. And then you came back to us like, all right, let's try to do something, and then we try to give you this, and then you still frying on it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
so forget it now.
At this point, like it's clearly obvious that they're like Jones said, that they're fucking like it's stupid. Like they're on stupid. You know, because they're not going to get anything for him at this point. You know, and if they do, it's going to be way less than what we offer them. You know, like they're going to get some crap ass deal from a fucking team, all right, and he's going to end up fucking going wherever. You know,
well, it's only going to be. That's what I'm saying, man. When you look at the team, like there's only a few teams that's really in.
Yeah,
like 3. Yeah. And the other 2 teams are on a way like subpar level in us in terms of what we can offer.
Yeah, I know.
So that's what I'm saying. We know it and I understand. Now, see, I'm not arguing that these people are not on crack cocaine, and I'm not going to say that it's these people. I think it's specifically Danny Ainge. Like I said, he kind of has a rep for this. You know, we was talking a little bit before the show. Like, didn't he do his show with the Celtics?
Fleece Master Flex.
Yeah, got him on. Got the Nets.
Yeah, picks and you wind up getting Tatum and Brown out of that.
Yeah, and look what happened to those 2. Like his picks literally went to the finals. Like legit.
Fleece Master Flex.
Flex. You know what I'm saying? Get him at gap. You know what I mean?
Dropping bombs.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah. So that's why, and then they did a crazy one with Gobert. That's why too. You know, that Gobert from Minnesota trade, they got a lot of picks and shit back.
And you know what?
You know, and he probably feels that maybe Mitchell is even a better player than that, so he should try to get more. But realize that Minnesota chose to do that.
Yeah, well, that's a good question because, like, it's one, like, I really don't think they got that much. That wasn't really that good of a trade for Rudy, you know? Like,
but this is what I'm saying. I think that's where like the fine line gets crossed, where it's like they thought they set the market, and they thought like, oh, we could kind of use this for us. When the perception of the rest of the world was like, nah, you know what I mean? That was, that was Minnesota being kind of like stupid. Like,
no, it seems like they're desperate in the win now, where they got
Anthony
Edwards on a rookie contract. You got Karl-Anthony Towns as your
No, but
as your max player,
But-
and then you pick up Gobert, who's like a defensive player of the year. I really think they're gonna turn up with that move.
No.
If D'Angelo Russell stays healthy,
Don't misconstrue what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry, I may have worded that badly.
They finally.
It's not that like they were stupid. They were like saying like it was like stupid in terms of this is not going to set the mark because that's a win now move.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
we talked about this even with baseball shit. You know what I mean? Like you do certain big moves like that you think is gonna maybe fuck up a couple years, but those are win now moves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a KD move. You know what I mean? That's what I was trying to say.
I think they're gonna get like it gives them the ability to get into the second round. You know, like
I like this
not even just get into the playoffs, but get into the second round.
Yeah, I think they could go. I think they could shock a lot of players.
Hey,
I mean,
look,
a lot of teams, man. I mean,
like the
when you
squad
think
they
of
have, their biggest play, all right, has always been defense. Cat has no defense,
but he's a crazy
All right.
offensive player.
That's what I was about to say. That's
So-
why they should complement each other between Gobert and him, where you could have Karl-Anthony Towns now playing a perimeter position.
Facts.
Now you have to have the opposing team now has to have a big man playing out there on him, while you have another big man in Gobert trying to clean it up. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's gonna be crazy.
Fantasy Gobert's. I'm looking to pick him early.
Yeah, the spacing on that is going to open up a lot of things for it, like Edwards, bro.
Edwards, D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah,
I mean they got other players too.
Their game, like when it comes down to going in the inside, is gonna like excel drastically, you know. And then like there's gonna be so many kickouts to Cat. You know, Cat won the 3-point contest last year. Like they could do something, bro. Like
yeah, they could. But
well, the whole point we got into that conversation is shout out to them. Yes, it was a win down move. However, in terms of the market, you know what I mean?
No, you're right.
Like Danny Ainge thought they could use it towards them. However, the perception of what transpired was kind of like you said, like that was a fleece. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna get the rest of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's Minnesota. Like Jones said, Minnesota did that because Minnesota needed to do that. They saw a chess move to be made to take them to the next level, and they decided to take that. Thus, they went more out the pocket than the rest of the league would have.
You know,
but that's not everybody.
I don't think it's as big of a like if you were ranking like fleeces. I wouldn't say it's as on the level as the Brooklyn.
Not trying to rank. Not trying. I'm just talking present.
Yeah.
I'm just talking present because
I would say Rudy Gobert. I would say Rudy's in his prime. You know, it's like so like in general like Rudy Gobert is only going to get better.
Yeah.
You know, but he's going to be good for another 2 or 3 years. So whoever has them, they're going to benefit from it.
Yeah, but where the fuck up is that okay? You may be right. You got prime Rudy, but you made the move with Rudy first. Okay, would you take Donovan Mitchell over Rudy? Not saying you're Minnesota, just in general, like worth-wise, like
yes.
Yes, like it's
generally as
right?
Generally as a player, yes.
Yes,
but for what they needed, no.
It's not. I'm not talking about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's where the fuck up is because now it's like the league wasn't even trying to do all that really for Donnie, but if it had to be, that would be for Donnie, not Gobert.
No, yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm trying to get at?
Yeah.
Like,
and you know when it comes down to premier centers, he is the premier center.
And I'm honestly not trying to take away from him. I'm not. I'm just trying to say like I said, the only reason it's relevant is because Donovan Mitchell's on the block, obviously. You know what I mean? Like the Jazz are trying to ask for OD. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and honestly, most of this is really because of that Gobert deal. Like I said, that's how they're looking at this.
They want nothing but draft picks. They want nothing but draft picks, and we have the most draft picks. Is why we was set so much higher than every other team in I guess the bidding war, if you want to call it that deep, for Donovan Mitchell. And at first it was 6 picks. Now you came back to us. Now you're only gonna get 5 picks. You know, Like, but we offered you 6 picks. You know, like how many more picks you want, bro?
Yeah, we gave you
like
that.
first rounders.
Yeah.
You know, next year's draft is gonna be deep.
Mm-hmm.
Next year's talent coming out between high school, the G League, foreign, and college, it's gonna be crazy, bro.
You know what? Screw it though, because if we could wait and he still wants to come here, you know,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
have
no, I
him
know.
and we'll have the fucking pick. So,
Yeah.
you know, boo hoo to fucking Danny Ainge. My bad, bro, but you suck balls, bro.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Real quick and trending, man, is Dennis Rodman gonna free Brittany Griner?
What?
Dennis Rodman.
Let's
He
hear about
plans to
this.
go out there to Russia next week and have a conversation with Putin, who he said publicly is his homie, and gonna try to bring her home.
Yeah. Well, you know, he's what's his name? Kim Jong-un?
No,
Right?
in Russia.
No, I'm saying that's his home. If I fucked up his name, I'm sorry.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. No, well, he went over there. He
Putin is his
chilled.
homie too.
Well, he's a big communist.
Vice.
If you remember this, there was a blunt year Scott year where I said I would smoke with all 3 of them. If you remember that.
We'll bring it back up.
Yeah,
Shout
out
to Vice.
Brittany too.
Yeah, because if that's
all right,
you know, they be Dennis Rodman, like you need a wingman,
listen,
like anchor to bring it back. I got
the blunt year is why she's in the situation.
Shout outs to Dennis Rodman. Not Dennis Rodman. Shout outs to Vice. All right. Because if that's the reason why, because if his relationship with Kim Jong-un is the reason why he knows Putin, and Brittany Griner gets out, it's all because of fucking Vice. Vice used fucking Dennis Rodman as a way to get into North Korea. And they knew that they were really into the fucking Bulls. So they asked Scottie Pippen to do it. Scottie Pippen declined. So then they asked Dennis Rodman, and Dennis Rodman was like, yeah, of course. And like they also asked the Globetrotters, and the Globetrotters were down. So they sent the Globetrotters and fucking Dennis Rodman. No one talked about the Globetrotters going, you know, but they all went, you know, and
no,
it was a big
it's because you know what? I think Dennis Rodman actually exchanged numbers and WhatsApps and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Or
like I think the Harlem Globetrotters probably did it to like, all right, yo, yeah, well, you know, if this is what y'all need to get in, and I bet we're doing something maybe good.
They're the Globetrotters. They're supposed to go to like crazy parts of the world.
Oh yeah, you know, they're the Globe.
Yeah.
Trotters.
Yeah.
They
trot the globe.
Yeah, so that's good. Shit, that makes even more sense.
Yeah.
But like, he's really like they was really chilling. Rodman and this guy. So
you're basically saying
what I'm saying is that wouldn't you think that he knows Putin through because it's the same circle? What other friend of Dennis Rodman that you think he got Putin's digits?
I wouldn't say that it's the same circle, bro.
Well, I'm just saying though, what person in Dennis Rodman's peoples that you know he's associated with in his life that's even close to that kind of circle of Putin? It'll be him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, but I'm just saying this.
All met up at a communist party, doing shit.
I'm just saying that
allegedly.
It's just kind of funny that I think that Russia would like let it rock on purpose to show like America how dumb they are. You know what I'm saying? How like incompetent they are and whatnot. That someone like Dennis Rodman could talk the right game to free this prisoner, but Biden himself couldn't do it for fucking months.
No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You have a point.
Like,
Russia out of spite to us.
Spite to show the world how humiliating the U.S. is.
And they're gonna have Dennis Rodman make a speech, get him mad lit, of course. And then have him make a speech.
I don't know about that.
No, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna be like, yeah, Dennis Rodman got him out, and then Dennis Rodman's gonna be fucking lit on a speech, and then he's gonna embarrass the shit out of us. That's
you know what? Sometimes it takes a ball player to get ball player shit done.
Yeah, now you're right.
You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Well, continuing trending real quick, Fetty Wap. Remember
1738.
Go ahead.
Got it. I don't know.
Got it. Yeah. Fetty Wap. I don't know if y'all remember this a while back. We was talking about how he got arrested. He got knocked with a lot of drugs and whatnot.
Yeah, baby.
Heroin, fentanyl, and meth and whatnot. You're gonna get the mandatory 5. He got the plea deal. and whatnot. I just want to tell these people, like, I don't condone any of this shit that you're doing if you're gonna be selling drugs and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
So you like their music?
Cooking pies with my baby.
Nah, the long term effects that it has on our communities that it always had is, even though the money is good for you, I guess, you know what I'm saying, is really fucked up. But at the end of the day, if you are gonna be continuing or choosing to do this life, and you are getting money, put some lawyer money to the side for yourself, man. That's what you first need to save up for. So in the chance that you do get knocked, you could pay for a lawyer that will get you down. That's your freedom. Freedom is not free. You know what I'm saying? If he really was knocked with a certain amount, you know, this fentanyl is crazy right now. A lot of people are ODing on fentanyl. If he got knocked with fentanyl,
that's crazy.
every other case that we heard from of something with fentanyl, they throwing the book at you. You know what I'm saying? If he got knocked with fentanyl and he only got 5 years, I mean, I don't want to say he's snitching. That's not what they said. You know what I'm saying? They saying he took a plea. You know what I'm saying? So he probably was like, I'm gonna do this, and that's probably what his lawyer got him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He probably put up that G money, stacks, maybe 50,000, maybe more, that you're gonna be paying for your lawyer to get you out of jail, bro, or get you a manageable sentence where you actually might see daylight and not be. I
tell you this, you're gonna hear a Fetty Wap song soon or a feature.
Yeah.
You gotta pay that back.
Word. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, baby.
Let's get into the highlight of the weekend. It's officially here. Yo, Dracarys, shout out Quest, hip hop, his album out right now on all streams. But it's House of the Dragon, baby, the Targaryen story. How lit is that? Can I get some
hot D?
Can I get an applause or something out
hot
there?
Like, D.
The introduction. Wow.
There's your applause.
Thank you. Jesus.
Congratulations.
It should have been a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's the hype train, bro?
Yeah, where's the hype train? Where you at?
I feel better. I think you went above and beyond.
Yeah. Earn your spot, B.
Yeah, that's what we want, bro.
That's what we want.
We want that.
House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon. Official reaction. Then you know right now, if you haven't seen it, there might be spoilers. So.
Mute this shit.
Yeah.
Mute your phone.
Just watch us.
Mute YouTube. Doesn't matter. Mute
and always make sure you hit that subscribe, man. We need them subscribers, man. YouTube. Hit us up, subscribe, man. Subscribe.
That way, next week you can come back and you can get you can check us out again, and you'll never have a problem finding us.
Exactly. So now, House of the Dragon. Let's start with how it started. You know what I'm saying? You see the kind of like a narration of the time they're in and exactly what happened leading up to. The first scene of the show where it's like they say it's about 178 years or 72 years before what we saw as what Game of Thrones is, and that story of A Song of Fire and Ice. So this is when I can't remember the king's name. Might have been Aemon, might have been Rhaegar or something like that. But the king is dying or whatever he knows, and he's coming to put out a vote for his successor, as the next heir to the throne. And it's between Viserys and his daughter, I believe. And in the vote, Viserys wins. I think if you remember Game of Thrones, a lot of women didn't really have power, but it started to slowly show when you think of Cersei and Sansa and who's the girl from Highgarden? The woman? Lady Marjorie? No.
Oh, yeah.
No, Olenna. Lady Olenna. You know what I'm saying? So dominant figures of women then, but back then it wasn't going to be rocking probably for them to vote a woman in. So now Viserys is the king, and then that's basically where the show starts. You know what I'm saying? And his wife is pregnant, right? Which he's looking for a boy heir still to the throne. He does have a daughter who's about 13. Her name is Rhaenyra. She looked like she could have a little Daenerys in her. You know what I'm saying? Meaning the type of like that Targaryen rage. You know what I'm saying? Like she looked like she could be that. Her dragon.
She looks like a little firecracker.
Yeah. Her dragon is almost full grown. She ride him on some regular. You know what I'm saying?
And that was crazy too, man. Like how like you saw like how because dragons are plentiful. You know, so you seen all the different types of dragons. Like shit's looking like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, bro.
Yeah. This is like the
I was like, yo.
They didn't do it in an original series where they didn't like specifically make them like differential. The dragons in the original series were supposed to be different colored and shit like that.
Yeah, and they have personalities and temperaments.
Whereas
they was listening like dogs. Like the one was listening almost like he was like a pet. When he was like, "Yo, go in the room over there, go lay down," and he didn't look like, "Damn, yo, all right, like I'm out." You know what I'm saying? That was a straight dragon, like you seen the like. They was really part of the family type of thing.
Daemon's is fucking like long ass neck, bro.
Yo, and he's red.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah, Daemon is the brother of Viserys. He
and him and the niece relationship looked a little weird.
Yeah, they look like
looked
like they was a little frenemies kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like we friends, but we hate each other at the same time. Like I'm always watching you, but I'm always say what up to you type shit. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm gonna acknowledge your presence, but I'm gonna make sure you know that I'm here too, type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, word.
And but she kind of looked like it kind of as demented as he might have been. As you've seen, he did some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? When they started
killing
killing all the people, all the
not killing. They were punishing if the sentence was death, or castrating rapists, chopping off hands of thieves,
cutting out buttholes of gay people or something. Yeah.
Crazy ass shit.
Yeah.
So it started off super brutal, which was,
that's exactly what we wanted, I guess, right? That's the anticipation of the show.
Yeah, brutal and brighter in color.
Definitely.
That was another that's what he asked for. George R.R. Martin. He asked that all of the families and the clans have their colors. When we had the joust, all right. Sorry to skip ahead.
No.
You had all the flags and shit like that of all the houses and shit. We specifically had they were bright. To show people these are the different fucking houses.
I'll tell you this, man. Like they didn't skip a beat in terms of making the first episode real cringy and gory and shit like that shit.
Oh yeah, it was.
They started that shit right up. You know what I mean? And all aspects.
Yeah, right up for that. Right there when he started running the streets and doing that, and then you get word of the game, like how he was talking and stuff. When he started jousting and whatnot, Daemon is basically tearing up everybody's competition, all the competition, except for one dude.
Yeah, he was fucked up at the end.
Well, he was made to yield and whatnot, which I thought was
could have been death.
Yeah, it could have been.
Which is also crazy though, because he was using in Game of Thrones lore and shit, like the sword he was using. The sword he was using was one of the best swords that are in existence.
Like Lancelot's thing. Excalibur?
It's called the Dark Sister, I believe. Something like that. But basically that shit could go straight through armor. So is it really fucking fair?
Even Valyrian steel.
It is a Valyrian steel blade. So it goes through fucking everything, which isn't really beautiful. Yeah, it goes through other swords. So it's not really fucking fair that he was using it in the first place.
John said he was made to yield and whatnot. Looks like the hand of the king, like his daughter went and gave what's that thing? The blessings, like the good luck charm thing, to Damon. To Damon, what's his name? Damon.
Yeah, it seems like Damon has some inferiority complexes.
Well, he doesn't like that dude from the get.
No, well, he didn't like Theo Hightower. All right, which is the hand of the king.
That's what I'm saying.
The first talking shit in the council meeting.
Right.
Yeah. So the first dude he goes against is his son. All right, and he straight up just beats his son.
But I know, but then goes to his daughter and asks for a blessing.
Yeah, and but the second dude, the second dude wasn't a Hightower. He was actually a Baratheon.
Yes.
So like he's literally fucking the great grandfather of what's his name, Robert Baratheon. Yeah. So it just crazy how I think they just did a full circle type of situation.
Yeah.
They're gonna be. You're gonna see, because houses throughout even the Game of Thrones regular series. They always talk about houses have come and gone and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The houses, have been okay and then they've been gone. Like they don't even exist no more. You don't even hear their name anymore. So I mean, to see some of these newer ones and whatnot, along with some of the older and familiar names that we remember. I'm still waiting for a Stark. I didn't see no Stark.
Yeah, another thing that they did, what I realized is that in the first series, the last time that you see all the families chill with each other is at the joust. So like they started off with the joust, and they were like, everyone, all the families are here, like they're all chill and shit like that. And I think things are just gonna pop off from here, which is really dope that we don't have to wait.
Because let's get into the next little section. You know what I'm saying? During the joust and the feast that they was having was in the name of King Viserys' wife going into labor, to give birth and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Then you see that they call him out. He comes over, they go. The doctor's explaining, we could try to save one. The baby is breached. We can't get her out. There's only one other way to cut the mother open, but then you definitely use the mother, but we might have the possibility to save the baby and shit like that. So I guess he made that executive decision, to sacrifice his wife to try to keep the baby. The baby was born. It was a boy, but then the baby didn't survive. And they both died, And then at the funeral, which is basically more like a cremation at the end, it was Rhaenyra, his daughter, that had to get her dragon to burn them up. You know what I'm saying? Into the ashes. So that right there. And then you could see dude from Old Town that he's the one that's talking to him, suggesting maybe the heir should be a girl. Like you have her right now. You're wasting time if you don't get her prepared to be the next queen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's that's what he does. He exiles the brother Damon, right? Tells him, yo, you gotta leave, you and your wife, you gotta be out with your dragon. Like,
everyone thinks you're a psychopath.
Yeah, you gotta go back to where you was at.
It's obvious at this point you just want to murk me. You're just a threat to me at this point, so you need to get the fuck out. Yeah, because at the end of the day, the council was kind of like hinting or talking to the king, like dog, you need to do something about this. This is your brother, ain't nobody else's brother. You know what I'm saying? So when you think of it like that, like it being your brother, like you're supposed to say something. You're supposed to do something about that. Dizzy Spades, what up? So so we're gonna see what up when it comes to that. But he already she gets put on. They do the whole little ceremony thing that announcing her as the next heir, and then he drops the bomb. He drops the so-called secret that speaking of the same long night that Jon Snow and all the Northerners and free folk from the other side of the wall came together with the Unsullied and the Dothraki. You know what I'm saying? That they don't want that long night. They talking about that 170 something years before it. That kind of like a Targaryen has to stay in power throughout this entire time. You know what I'm saying? Until
this long night comes because it's going to be our dragons that win the war for us. Even though, I mean, when we look back at it, if you've seen the Game of Thrones series, like
it wasn't
that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you had Arya.
Arya is the one that really killed the Night King, and she was Stark. She wasn't Targaryen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she was clearly Stark. You know, it wasn't like some weird thing like she's really a bastard child or something like that. Like, no, it's clear she's legit.
And
she's
Cersei
legit
Lannister was in power.
Yeah, and Cersei was the one that was the queen at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's funny that it was explained like that. But, you know, to hear it from that time, I definitely feel that at some point during the series, we're going to see some White Walkers. We're going to see the Night King, possibly. We're going to even maybe see some of the children. Remember the children?
I think the children of the forest are going to make
the children of the forest is going to come because they're the ones that created. If you remember, they created the Night King because they was scared of humans. The humans was the ones that was killing all of them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they took the black ice and put it in Homeboy's heart, and that made him the Night King and shit. Mm-hmm. Not the black ice, the dragon glass. Mm-hmm. The dragon glass. That's how they made the Night King and whatnot. But it's gonna be crazy to see how that even unfolds and how they might even tie it in. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They could be. We haven't seen the wall yet. I'm pretty sure the wall is around at that time.
Yeah, I don't think that we've seen all the parties yet.
Yeah, no, I know, but I mean, this is just what I'm anticipating. Yeah. Like as we progress through the season.
I think specifically
there was no snow, so we was nowhere near the north. We didn't say snow not one time. You know what I'm saying?
I think specifically this episode, we got an intro to the family and the clans themselves,
and the overall gist of the narrative.
Clans.
Yeah. And you know who's out there, but it was fire, man. But definitely weird that Homeboy tried to send his daughter to
and
I think to get it in when the king after the wife and child died.
Homie that with the dreads.
Yeah.
He basically, I forgot the character's name. He is captain to the largest navy in all of Westeros. Mm. So like we're definitely gonna see a lot of like boat fucking scenes, a lot of like boat war and like that type of shit, which I'm a lot of naval shit, which I'm really like excited to fucking see.
Hell yeah! A lot of the water scenes, even from the Game of Thrones, when you think of the Battle of Blackwater, that was fire. When she's trying to cross, when she finally first crossed, when you see all the people like the Dothraki finally crossing on water with their horses and everything, that was like inspirational. Then towards the end, in like the season 8 and whatnot, when the second dragon got killed and whatnot, and it was crazy then. Or then when they came back on with the Slavers Bay, when they was coming back to retake their slaves, because Tyrion made a deal with them that they could phase out slavery, but it'll last for 5 years and whatnot. Like, it was all of that. All of those water scenes was pretty good. So I'm pretty sure these ones is gonna even be better. Let's Didn't we have a death match in this?
Oh, you want to do a death match or you want to do a quiz?
The quiz. Let's do the quiz. The Jones Hour quiz.
The Jones quiz.
Why was it an hour? My
bad. All right. Considering that we're still on Game of Thrones. Oh, all right. We have some actual Game of Thrones regular questions. All right. Getting into the original series. Let's say it that way. All right. So starting off, first question. When Lyanna Stark gives birth to Jon Snow, she is in the tower in the mountains. What is the name of that tower? Tower of Joy, Tower of Dorne, Tower of Despair, or Tower of the Red Suns?
Tower of the Red Suns.
It's Tower of Joy.
Joy.
In season 2, who does Tyrion tell Varys. Oh no, actually, let's move on from that. Sorry about that. Since Jaime and Cersei's children are born out of wedlock, what should their children's bastard name be? Is it A, Hill, B, Flowers, C, Waters, D, Rivers?
Hell.
Ding, 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 ding.
Fire.
Good job.
It could be a sand or a snow or a hill.
All right. What noble house is Catelyn Stark originally from? Is it A, House Tully, B, House Tarly, C, House Karstark, or D, House Tyrell?
No, it's Tully.
Ding, 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 ding.
Nice.
House Tully.
What is Hodor's actual first name?
Okay.
Is it A, Willem? Is it B, Willens? Is it C, Willis? Or is it D,
Will.i.am.
Willick?
It's Willis.
Willis? Ding, 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 ding.
Willis. Hold the
Seen you.
door.
That's yo. The whole door scene is iconic, bro. That whole door scene. Oh man, the way it all comes together like that. The dude only said one word for seasons upon seasons in shows. It was the response of Hodor for everything. And he held the door, bro.
He held that fucking door.
He held that fucking door. That got Bran to the other side of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And he became the Third Eye Raven. And then Uncle Benjen.
Forgot about Benjen.
Uncle Benjen came and swooped him up, saved him. Said, "Come with me if you want to live."
Fire.
I'm a Game of Thrones enthusiast, baby.
All right, I got one more question for you.
I got it.
What is Ned Stark's first name?
Nedard?
Is it A, Eddard?
Eddard, yeah.
Is it B, Nedard? Is it C, Edward? Or is it D, Eddard with T's?
No, it's with the D's. Eddard.
Eddard?
Uh-huh.
Ding, 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 ding.
I knew that, man. I know it's Eddard Stark. He was gonna name Robert was gonna name his son Eddard with the little nurse lady.
Close to the
But, you know, Red One struck. He fucked up, man.
Okay.
He was supposed to
I got one more for you. In season 2, who does Tyrion tell Varys he's planning on marrying to Princess Marcella Baratheon? Is it A, Theon Greyjoy? Is it B, Prince Tristan? Is it C, Robin Arryn? Or is it D, Sir Loras Tyrell?
It's B.
He went B for Brian.
Oh, it's probably Sir Loras then.
It's Theon Greyjoy.
Oh, Theon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know that. So I got, what was that, 4 out of 6?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Joe,
That's
we
like
brought it down.
that's like a 75. Your boy got like a 75.
They're pretty fucking decent. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Well, I'm pretty nice with it. Let's get into a little blunt, yeah, Scott, yeah.
Blunt, yeah, Scott, yeah.
No, we're not doing it? No Dragon Ball Z edition?
Nah, because I think we did it already. I was going through it, and I was like, this is
It
Ali
sounded
familiar.
familiar to
I was like, this is Ali.
Sounding too familiar
Yeah.
to you? All right, so
Shout out to
we
the
got,
Dragon Ball
we
movie.
got two. Let me drop the Love Jones, man. Drop the Love Jones. The violin with the heart. I got a Love Jones in a situation, and this is basically coming from what has been in your in your news and social media. You know what I'm saying? There's a relationship out there between Blueface and Krishan. Hopefully I said her name right. Krishan, maybe. Well, either way, they're in a relationship. They've been seen doing outlandish things for each other, like buying a car for each other or crazy dates and things like that. Starting, it looks like, for the gram. You feel what I'm saying? But then on the flip side of that, constant arguments, constant fighting, constant toxicity. Yeah, constant putting any hands on each other, constant getting arrested and whatnot. And let me tell you something. This is not the problems or relationships you want. I think some of you try to, confuse this type of behavior with someone caring for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, the good times really need to outweigh the bad times for it to work. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's gonna have problems in the relationships, people even arguing and whatnot. But the extent that they're going to and whatnot is not what's up. What up?
My wife said that she tattooed his face on her throat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A blue face?
Yeah. Yeah, you see?
His fucking face on her throat.
That's OD. You know what I'm saying? She's never gonna be able to cover that up, and if she is, it's gonna be like a big flower or something. She's gonna have a
like
big
a
flower. Yeah, something like that, like a sunflower.
Like a sunflower.
Yeah, just on her throat of all places. Yeah, so toxic. Like this is the type of things. You know what I'm saying? I can't talk too much about the tattoos. I've done it before, not on the throat. It was all right. I got it covered up. That was a bad mistake. I lived and I learned. It's okay. This girl will probably do that at some point. But I'm just bringing it up in terms of these toxic relationships, not really necessarily needing to be what it is. You know what I'm saying? I think we need to not see that publicly and take it like it's something you want to emulate. You know what I'm saying? Or take up after. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, like, it's just gonna get to a point where maybe something bad could happen. You know what I'm saying? And it might be a mistake. It might be something you don't mean to happen. But sometimes it happens. You get a knife or something, or somebody pushes somebody, and next thing you know, they fall, they split their head, they dead. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy shit like that. The toxic. Once you're in a relationship and it becomes as a physical thing, as when people get into an argument, forget it. It's not even worth it to stay in. And I hope that people are seeing this relationship, especially the younger folks out there that might look up to these type of people that probably follow them on Instagram or Twitter or whatever else they at, and want to emulate a relationship like them. Think again, man. That shit is not real. It's not gonna last, and it's only for show. You see more of the bad with the good, and every time you see the good, it's really just a stunt. They want to get they want to get 100,000 likes and 20,000 shares and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because of their fan base. But I just wanted to put that out there because I just been seeing the back and forth for like the past 3-4 days on my timeline. Like, wow, these people is really wilding. There's probably mad people that think like this is hot or romantic or they really love each other, and this is not a relationship that you really want to follow the steps in or even look for certain things like this in their significant other. Go ahead.
Nah, I was just gonna say, like, I 100% agree with what you're saying. I also feel like it's a deeper conversation because what you're seeing with them, they are the generation that saw that is kind of like the route they want to go to with like, you know what I mean? That it was okay. That's already the result. You know what I mean? Like, like the kind of generation past. Like it's a deeper conversation when it comes to how you treat each other and what you're kind of looking for. Because funny shit. Us saying right now, like toxic relationships. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or horrible and saying what we saying. Like that's all fine and dandy. But like the reality of it is like. Majority of people, like, let me not say majority, but a lot of the new day relationships, you know what I mean? The current relationships going on, like, those are the kind of things that they have a lot of traits to, and they think that it's okay, but that's already like sunken in, is what I'm trying to get at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? This is not like something that me and you saying like, oh, like, y'all shouldn't be like there's a bigger issue to this. You know what I mean? In terms of setting an example for the next generation.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm bringing it up to try to put it out there. Like, this is not the type of relationship that you want. This is not, real. It might seem like, somebody doing this or getting into these type of altercations with you is really caring or loving you.
Man.
But like that's not really what it is, bro.
You shouldn't put hands on nobody to get your point across, especially if it's somebody you love.
Right.
Like, that doesn't make sense, bro.
Nah, that's a fact. Yeah, man. So hopefully
that's all aspects.
Yeah, man. But I just wanted to bring that up for the Love Jones. We haven't done a long job too much in a while, but definitely something to think about when you're looking at some of this social media and the way people are portraying what they think is a good relationship, and then understanding that in reality, it's not what it looks like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I realize it's a waste.
Right.
Waste of your life.
All right, and now we're gonna end the show with Conspiracy Corner, baby.
Let's do it.
Conspiracy Corner.
Conspiracy.
Let me get that. You fucked up.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you got don't you?
Yeah, I know you done fucked up now. Conspiracy Corner. Dropping jewels about what they don't want you to know. I'm gonna tell you right now, global warming is very real. You know?
Preach.
There's a large demographic population of people maybe in this country, in this world, that are not really trying to understand the repercussions of just 1 degree rise in the average normal global temperature and the catastrophic results that could happen from that. We already we've already done too much. We again, when it comes to the greed, you know what I'm saying? The oil and the coal and the burning of plastics and styrofoams and all of these things like that continue to let the carbon dioxide release. And what happens is that carbon dioxide that releases stays within the atmosphere. It doesn't penetrate like the ozone, And then it only makes holes in the ozone layer. And when it makes holes in the ozone layer, the sun is now hitting directly in, and it's making the whole globe an oven, like a slow cooker. You know what I'm saying? And it's happening all over the world, man. It's not just here, man. You look everywhere in all types of countries having record highs. All the ice, like you could just see the difference in pictures of just 20 years of how much snow and what was on the North ice caps or in Antarctica and everywhere else, and how much of that is gone right now. Daily, the shit is being done. Even with the sea level and rising right now, if the sea level continues to rise and all of this ice melts, we're talking about no New York City. We're talking about a whole change in the map. You know what I'm saying? Like the United States won't be the United States no more. It'll be
an island, man.
Yeah, there'll be large parts of Florida underwater.
All living right by the beach,
bro.
Yeah, all around the coast.
It's not large parts, bro. What's it? Neil deGrasse or whatever his name is, a scientist, dude. If the polar ice caps melt, the water level will be up to the Statue of Liberty's elbow. That's not taking out the coast. You taking out states, bro.
Yeah.
Like you taking out states. The Statue Liberty's elbow. Like, picture that as a mental picture. Yeah, no, that's you're taking out states. Yeah. Imagine what that beach line would end up being, like Idaho.
The whole 5 boroughs, the whole.
You know what I'm saying?
All of that is gone. And all of that is gone. Everything.
Imagine how far in the ocean you gotta go to be at the depth of the Statue of Liberty's elbow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. What would that beach line be? We're talking about the mid-U.S. On both sides.
Nah, hell yeah.
That should be crazy.
But, it's very real, and we need to just start thinking more about what we need to do as a whole. You know what I'm saying? We can't take things for granted. There's been other places like in Australia when they started almost on running out of water and whatnot, they was able to come together and work together to reverse that, and then it became the norm. You know what I'm saying? Even with the oil usage, when you look at a place like Brazil that only use mostly ethanol, which is in your gasoline, ethanol, and that's basically just burning sugar oil. You know what I'm saying? To run your car, I mean, most of the gas stations is purely ethanol in Brazil. You know what I'm saying? So there's places around the world that have showed things. You know what I'm saying? I think eventually we need to get into some desalination things to turn ocean water into drinkable water at an instant. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna run out of water as well. Even though we have reservoirs, that's not really gonna be able to help us. But the global warming is taking place. I mean, we haven't really reached hurricane season yet, but it's right around the corner. It's coming right now.
No,
Yeah.
I think it's now.
Yeah, like right now. But I mean, like we haven't really like. Usually there's one right after the other. The other. Like we haven't really touched that yet. I think 1 or 2 might have came. But you know that changes. You know, the earthquakes change. You know, they've always anticipated a big one in California. God forbid that happens. But you know, there's all types of things that all around the world. You know, that are being affected by what we as people, as humans, did. You know what I'm saying? And where I get it is at the greed level. You know what I'm saying? Because they could have been got away from gasoline. They could have been got away from burning coal or what other things like that. You know what I'm saying? Knowing how bad and toxic it was to the environment. You know, even with all the car usage and whatnot. But you know, they ignored it because they wanted the money.
I was gonna say, you remember when we had that? It's all about the money drop.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Man, we need to get that back. It's probably on page 2. But yeah, man. I think we're gonna end right there with the
conspiracy corner.
The conspiracy corner, global warming edition. You know what I'm saying?
You done fucked up.
Conspiracy
corner. At the
corner.
Yeah, man. So it's episode 76.
Woo.
Jones Hour in the books, man. We appreciate y'all for fucking with us. We appreciate y'all for always checking in. Some new subscribers, man. That's what we really need, man. So if you listen to this in your car and you've actually listened to the whole episode, all hour and 20 minutes, man, we appreciate you. You was on Spotify or Google. That means you're already a subscriber. Do us a favor, man. Check out the YouTube page, the Jones Hour. Hit that subscribe button, man.
Tell a friend.
Word,
please.
man. Hitting the subscribe is free, man. You ain't got to spend that $1. You ain't got to buy a t-shirt. You ain't got to do nothing, man. You just got to log into your YouTube account, go to our page, and hit the subscribe for us, man. We need we on the come up, man. We got the views. We got the hours, man. We just don't got the subscribers, man. So if you're a fan, you fuck with us. Even if you don't fuck with us, man, you want to just help a brother out. You know what I'm saying? Hook us up, man.
Subscribe, talk shit to us.
Yeah,
we down for that.
Yeah, we want all of that. We want all the smoke. You already know. But it's a Jones Hour, man. It's Jonesy 2 times. It's my man Kush, the one and only. And it's an asset, man. And it's a wrap. Thank you for fucking with us, man.